So you want to know, what is the role of enclosures in asbestos removal work? This video is going to give you the answer. I'm Ben James of Oracle Asbestos, and today I'm going to answer your question, what is the role of enclosures in asbestos removal work? In our discussion today, we'll dive into the critical role that enclosures play in the safe removal of asbestos, a dangerous material found in many buildings around the world. The presence of asbestos-containing materials, known as ACMs, in buildings is a significant health hazard. These materials, when disturbed, can release fibres into the air that, if inhaled, can cause serious illnesses such as cancers. To combat the risk, special structures called asbestos enclosures are used during removal operations. These enclosures are designed to contain and control the spread of asbestos dust and fibres, thereby protecting the health of workers and the public. An asbestos enclosure is essentially a barrier system that envelopes the area where the asbestos removal work is taking place. Its primary function is to prevent asbestos fibres from escaping into the surrounding environment. Such enclosures incorporate several key features to ensure their effectiveness. These include airlocks for safe transition of personnel and materials, viewing panels for supervision, and a specialised ventilation system known as a negative pressure unit, or MPU. The importance of these enclosures cannot be overemphasised. Without them, the risk of asbestos exposure, not only to workers, but also to the general public, increases significantly. In the UK alone, asbestos-related diseases claim approximately 5,000 lives each year. This statistic highlights the critical need for strict safety measures, including the use of enclosures in asbestos removal work. Enclosures are mandated by various health and safety regulations, particularly in scenarios where the risk of asbestos fibre release is high. These regulations are designed to protect workers and the environment from the dangers of asbestos. The process of creating an asbestos enclosure is complex and requires careful planning. It begins with a thorough inspection of the site to identify the best way to seal the area effectively. Once constructed, the enclosure must be maintained under slightly negative pressure to ensure that any asbestos fibres are contained within the unit. This is achieved with the help of the MPU, which is critical for controlling airflow and filtering out any contaminants. It's also worth noting that not all asbestos removal work requires enclosure. For less hazardous asbestos materials, such as non-licensed asbestos cement products, other control measures may be deemed sufficient. However, for work involving high-risk materials, such as asbestos insulation or sprayed asbestos, the use of an enclosure is a must. These materials pose a greater risk of fibre release, making the enclosure's role in contaminant all the more crucial. An effective asbestos enclosure must also include features like airlocks, viewing panels, and proper ventilation systems to ensure safety and compliance with regulations. The design and construction of an asbestos enclosure require detailed knowledge and expertise. This is why the role of trained professionals in this process cannot be understated. Additionally, regular inspections and maintenance checks are essential to ensure that the enclosure remains secure and effective throughout the duration of the asbestos removal project. Specialised training for workers is also a key component of asbestos safety. This training covers the construction and maintenance of enclosures, as well as safe practices and emergency procedures. After the removal work is complete, the enclosure must be safely dismantled following strict decontamination and clearance procedures. This ensures that no residual asbestos fibres remain in the area. To conclude, asbestos enclosures play a vital role in ensuring the safety of asbestos removal work. By following regulatory requirements and best practices, we can protect workers and the public from the dangers of asbestos. This video has given you an introduction on the subject of what is the role of enclosures in asbestos removal work. If you would like further information on this or any other asbestos subject, please feel free to reach out to a member of the Oracle team. They will be more than happy to help. Our contact details can be found on our website, www.oracleasbestos.com. Thank you for watching.